Hi team, and welcome to another edition of the Real Estate Roadmap. Today I'm excited to announce our new partnership with Curbio, the home renovation company that helps sellers make more money easily and painlessly. Curbio quickly transforms properties into move-in ready homes that buyers are looking for. And best of all, sellers don't pay a dime until the home sells. I'm pleased to be joined by Curbio Vice President of Marketing, Rikki Rogers.
Hi.
Rikki, thanks for being here.
Thanks so much for having me.
Well, maybe let's just start with this. Tell us a little bit about what is Curbio.
Sure. Well, you gave a great introduction. Curbio is a pre-sale renovation company that renovates homes before they go on the market, so they sell for the best possible price, and we wait until settlement to get paid. We are a tech-forward company, and throughout the renovation process, we use technology to make the renovation easier, faster, and cost less.
That's great. I know there's some other companies that play in this space, but maybe talk about what differentiates Curbio from some of those other players.
Sure, yeah. So there's a lot of organizations out there right now that have kind of concierge services, and Curbio is quite a bit different than that. So Curbio does full-fledged renovations. Our name actually stands for Curb Appeal, inside and out. So we are remodeling not only the interior of the homes, but we also do roofs, landscaping, driveways, HVAC, anything that needs to be done to get that home market ready, we can handle. So we're going above and beyond cosmetic upgrades.
Sure, yeah.
And our process is completely turnkey. So some of these other services, the agent or the seller, it's usually the agent, has to still manage the process, hire the contractors, pick out the materials. With Curbio, everything is pre-selected, so we have a beautiful curated portfolio of materials that we've selected based on what buyers in your market are looking for. And every project has a dedicated project manager that oversees it from beginning to end. So agents don't have to go to the hardware store, order materials. They can just focus on being an agent and let Curbio handle the renovation.
So you're really taking the stress off the seller and the agent in this process.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, one of the reasons why someone would do this, obviously, is to help their home sale. So can you talk a little bit about what impact you see from like a return on investment or days on market when someone has gone through the Curbio process?
Sure, yeah. So because Curbio specializes in pre-sale renovation, that's all we do. And so renovating your home when you're about to sell is much different than renovating your home for your own enjoyment. Because we're renovating according to buyers' tastes, our renovations are yielding a much higher return than a typical renovation. So what we've seen so far is that most of our renovations are yielding an average of a 209% ROI. And in terms of days on market, we're seeing a 58% reduction in days on market. So homes that we renovate are selling for higher prices and they're selling faster.
That's great. So if I'm an agent and I'm working with a seller and we're interested in potentially looking at Curbio to do some improvements to the property, talk a little bit about what that process looks like when I'm at that stage of the deal.
Sure, yeah. So the beauty of Curbio is that we only work with sellers that already have an agent. So we don't do any for sale by owners. And the reason we do that is because we rely on the agent's local market expertise. The agents are the ones that know what is making homes in this market sell right now.
Right.
So we combine our pre-sale renovation expertise with your agent's local expertise to really maximize the ROI for the seller.
Yeah.
When an agent wants to get started, all they have to do is download the Curbio app, and they can enter the address of the property. From there, a home improvement consultant from the Curbio team will call them back. And we actually conduct all of our estimates virtually. So your agents will be able to learn a lot more about this in the training that we're rolling out. But one of the best elements of our program is that we conduct everything virtually. It's so convenient for the seller and the agent. The agent doesn't have to spend a day, camped out at their home when they want an estimate on the property.
Right. Well, so I know a lot of people that have, gone through renovation projects, but what does a renovation project look like going through, like getting the house ready to sell versus maybe when a seller is renovating a property just for their own benefit?
Right, yeah, renovating to sell is very different than renovating for your own enjoyment. So when Curbio renovates, we are very much focused on the buyer's taste, not the seller's taste, and we are focused on which renovations are actually going to help this home sell. So a typical contractor is very much focused on expanding scope, right? Because that's their business model. The more work they do, the more they get paid. For Curbio, we don't get paid until the home sells. So if we over-renovate the home, it's going to sit on the market longer, right? So our model really removes that conflict of interest. So when we are looking at renovations, we're focusing on things we know are going to give the seller a good bang for their buck. So kitchen remodels, bathroom remodels, flooring, painting, of course, 90% of the work we do includes those types of updates. But again, we also do, we address deferred maintenance and other issues that are going to keep that house from selling.
Right.
So HVAC, mold remediation, et cetera. The list goes on and on.
And I think what's neat about that is oftentimes that is one of the questions of the seller is, what should I be doing to my property to get it ready to sell or make it more marketable? And obviously our agents have a great deal of expertise in that, but this is like kind of adding a partnership there. So between the agent and Curbio, you really can drill down for a seller exactly what they should be focused on if the goal is obviously getting the house sold.
Yeah, and this is where our portfolio of materials really comes into play. Because we've pre-selected these materials based on what we know sellers in your market are looking for, and we're selecting those materials based on being really high quality, also being readily available. So we're not waiting for custom orders to come in, right? And we're also eliminating the time it takes for sellers to select things. So that allows us to complete these renovations much more quickly with much less stress.
Right, because the goal is obviously to get it on the market, so you want to get it done fast. Okay, in those rare instances, and I know this is a question that comes up from time to time, what if a property is sitting longer than normal after the renovations has happened? You know, sometimes what happens then?
Yeah, we get this question all the time. So if Curbio doesn't get paid until the house sells, if the house never sells, just Curbio just never get paid? And no, that's not correct. We're a for-profit company, so we're always going to get paid. So all homes will eventually sell at the right price. And that's, again, one of the reasons we only work with sellers that already have an agent, because we expect you to do what you would normally do, look at comps, do your due diligence. The seller and the agent are still ultimately in control of the list price of the home. The seller does agree when they work with Curbio to list the house within a week of us completing our project. If there's a change in their life, if there's like a love it or list it situation where something changes, all they have to do is pay us for our work. There's no penalty there. We do file a deed of trust for the amount of the renovation, and that ensures that the title company is going to pay us for our work at settlement, right? And then the seller also agrees to reduce the list price of the home by 2% every 30 days. And most agents really love this part, right? Because it makes us the bad guy. You don't have to have the conversation, and it ensures that homes are moving.
Right. Okay, so I know after going through all this, we're going to have a lot of agents out there pretty excited, pretty interested in moving forward with this. So talk a little bit about what our agents and our teams can kind of expect next from our partnership with Curbio.
Yeah, so I know that when you guys send out this video, in the email there will be a link to register for our webinar training series. Okay. So agents can go through this webinar training series. They're brief but really informative. And then you'll take a short quiz, and once you pass that quiz, you'll become Curbio certified. You'll be flagged as Curbio certified in our system. And so when you call in or request an estimate on the app, our home improvement consultants will know that you're a Curbio certified agent, and we'll go from there. We'll also give you guys co-branded marketing materials. So marketing materials with our logo and your logo on them to really help you explain the value of pre-sale renovation and Curbio to your sellers.
Awesome. Well, Rikki, we are really excited about this partnership. There's been word on the street about it for a while, and we're excited to formally roll it out for everybody. I know our team's going to be very excited, so we appreciate you coming today to spend some time with us and explain kind of what it looks like. There'll also be some FAQs that we send out for all of you too to kind of learn more about Curbio. But this is just another thing to put in your arsenal as you're out there working for listings, working for sellers, that I think is really going to give you a competitive advantage out there. So everyone, thanks again for tuning in to another edition of the Real Estate Roadmap, learning a little bit more about Curbio, and there's a lot more to come as well. Thanks so much.